or welcome back to my channel. My name is Katrina Lea Prince, and today, when everyone is struggling and I'm also struggling, I just decided to share the things I do to stay sane and productive during a lockdown as an online student. And if you want to know more about me, then you can watch a video, but in short, I'm a Latvian girl who is now living in Bavaria and studying in Austria. Well, basically I'm studying online. I don't know in which country you are, but I'm in Germany and we have certain regulations and it's not really advised to meet people. Okay, you can do that, maybe one household can meet another person, but that's about it, and I'm not doing that. So in this video I want to focus on the things that we can do to stay sane and productive while we're in such a situation. The number one that is really important for me is getting enough sleep. I don't know how many hours is that for you, but for me it's 8 hours. So if I want to wake up at 8, I have to go to bed at midnight. So I have to already start thinking about going to bed at 11:30 so I can finish everything. And you can even put an alarm in the evening, like half an hour before you need to go to bed, that you would get this alarm that okay, you have to get ready for bed. Thing number 2 is waking up with the first alarm. I also heard some information that it's actually important to try to wake up with the first alarm so your body is not interrupted in the sleep with the second and third when you're snoozing too many times, and then you're confusing your body. So that's also what I'm trying to practice, trying to wake up with the first alarm. So I don't put alarm too early. I would put it at the time when I exactly need to wake up so that I can, already wake up with this first alarm. When I tried this, the next day I actually woke up 1 minute before the alarm, like already opened my eyes and was like checking the watch, and I'm like, wait a sec, I have an alarm in 1 minute. That was such a nice surprise. Thing number 3 is making a routine. Everyone has their own routine. I have a morning routine and some evening routines. It's really important to have some kind of routine so you wouldn't just waste the whole day and then feel bad about it. So I have a certain morning routine, like waking up. If I cannot wake up with the first alarm, I would maybe switch on my Wi-Fi to check some notifications. Then I would go to the bathroom, I would wake myself, then I would drink some water. Then while I'm preparing my breakfast and coffee, I would probably already start checking my notifications and preparing for the day. Some people write journals and affirmations. I have also started to do that. I don't know how this will go, if I will continue implementing this in my morning routine, but yes, it's also a really cool idea and way how to kind of be mindful and prepare for the day. The next thing I do to stay sane is keeping lists. So I have several lists. I have one list in Excel which I update all the time with all the assignments I need to do for my studies. There's a date, there's the course, how much this particular deadline is weighted, and what is the progress. I also have a list, like a to-do list for the particular day. Of course, some people also suggest to do weekly planners. I have tried to do weekly planners, but in general, I have a phone and I watch the calendar on my phone to see on which days I have which meetings, courses, and so on, and then I can adjust the weekly idea. But in the end, I would still, while I'm doing my breakfast or drinking coffee, I would already write the to-do list for exact day. I have another list which is keeping the track of my habits that I want to practice or just track. This is my habit tracking list for a whole month, which is of the habits, not of the tasks I need for school or uni. And this helps me to remind me of all the things that I want to do to stay sane and productive. And the next point is time planning, which kind of goes together with the list. So basically, I have an overview of all the assignments I need to do for my studies, which I use to implement in my to-do lists and of course the broader weekly list if I make that. And you also have to find a time in the day when you're doing this time planning. And of course it can be morning because then you can prepare for the day. Some people might do it at the Sunday evening or some people at Monday mornings to prepare for the whole week. But you can adapt it to your own. And for me personally, this time planning works, especially if it's a written note on a paper. Like I can show you an example. This is my to-do list for the day, or whatever. Time planning is very important and it is necessary, especially if we're sitting at home the whole day and there's a sofa and you want to take a nap or you want to watch Netflix the whole day. But if you do plan time, then you should not procrastinate too long, and then you would be more productive and you would achieve your goals and results in time. Another important thing I do to stay sane and productive is taking breaks, airing rooms, and if necessary, taking a day off. For a student doing online studies, you probably sometimes you're also working on weekends because you have maybe procrastinated too long and you have to do it on the weekend. So it might be actually smart that the next week, when all the deadlines or some deadlines are done, that you would take a day during the week to have one day just for yourself, for your hobbies, just to relax, to recharge energy, and to be productive again the next day, and so on. The next one is super important. It's about having balanced diet and drinking lots of water. Not just diet, but eating balanced in general. This is super important for the brain functions. It's also important for the health. I mean, there are certain benefits. It's about eating enough vegetables and eating enough fruits and having enough vitamins and having a balanced diet of all the necessary macronutrients. I'm not a health specialist or nutritionist, so I cannot really tell you how to eat balanced, but of course you can contact specialists and get to know about it on your own. Another super important point is going in the nature. So I do this quite often, going out for a walk or run or hike. Okay, I live in the beautiful Bavaria where we have mountains, but you might actually have to look for some parks nearby or whatever you can. Going in the nature is a really great way how to refresh your mind, have the peacefulness and mindfulness and just feeling not stressed. And I would listen either to music or podcast, or just listen to anything, just to breathe it in and being out there and enjoying the nature and whatever it gives. Okay guys, so the next point I'm doing to stay sane and productive is actually exercising and physical activity. So I have found it out that if I don't do any exercises or physical activity, I would feel anxious and I would have really big problems when meeting deadlines, and my heart would run really fast, and I don't want all that. So I have found that for me personally, 3 to 5 times a week, or maybe less or more, whenever I have time or not, exercise is really helping a lot. And I have seen improvements not just in my body and looks, but I have physically and mentally feeling more fit. So I would really suggest for you to check out YouTube workouts, or maybe even signing up for some challenges. I've tried some challenges like Alice Living Challenge on Instagram, and now I'm trying Andy Fit Body Challenge. But of course you can check challenges that are in your language or your local community and do those. Of course, on YouTube, I have already tried this Pamela Reif workouts. She is doing on Instagram a plan of all her workouts, so you can check the Instagram plans out, and then you go on YouTube and you can do them from home, super easy. Sometimes no equipment, sometimes equipment needed. So you just, explore what is out there and whatever you can do and whatever fits you and your body. But of course, if you do want to not have a traumatic experience, then you would probably need to consult with a specialist or sign up for a program where you can actually have a live interaction between the trainer and yourself, so you don't do any mistakes. And by the way, this is not sponsored. I'm just sharing whatever I've tried myself, so yeah. Exercising boosts energy, and if you're thinking you don't have time for it, then of course you can just do a 10 or 15-minute workout, and it's going to be way better than doing no workout at all. So I really suggest that you find something for yourself and for your time schedule that you can implement in your routine. Another very important point, I know that we cannot meet some people or more than one person, or not meet in general, I don't know where you are, but it's very important to keep in touch with people. I do this in 2 ways. First is I communicate on Instagram and maybe some other social media. I would post a story about my feelings or thoughts or a post. The second option is maybe actually writing someone and arranging a meeting to chit-chat about life, sharing frustrations, getting it out there, talking with your friends or family members, getting support or different opinions or different views. And I know I'm struggling and I call someone and I say, how are you doing? What about your thesis? And it really helps me to know that other people are, okay, it's really mean to say that, but other people are also struggling with their master thesis. And then we can exchange our thoughts and ideas of how to deal with this. This keeping in touch and staying, active with outside world is super important, and that helps me to keep my sanity, not going mad and, Yes, it's very important. The next point is trying and learning new things. Imagine we're in this situation and you can take the advantage of it, that you can not go out or travel and you actually have time, and hopefully you have free time to do something new. You know, you can start, I don't know what you haven't done in a long time, but maybe you want to learn languages, or you want to, I don't know, learn how to edit and film videos, or you maybe want to read books or start writing your own book, or starting your blog, or starting your YouTube channel, or whatever you can imagine. Just you can try and learn new things, and you can even find platforms that are offering courses. The ones I know, I think Skillshare, Udemy, Coursera, all those different course platforms. And of course on YouTube you can learn a lot if you just Google for the things you are interested in. This is what I'm doing. I'm also learning how to edit videos, and I'm also running my own blog and trying to figure out what is the best way how to do it and build community around it. This really helps me to not think about the current situation, not feeling anxious, and just looking forward that there's some kind of benefit, something I can learn during this time and that in the future might help me. Okay, you guys, we're getting close to the end, and the next thing I want to share to you is that I have these really bad and awful days on which I just, want to have that one moment where I cry it all out or talk it all out. Of course, on regular days, I don't like to focus on negativity, but there are certain days when I'm just letting the whole negativity out. I think it's totally fine if you have those days, and it's totally fine if you do that. And crying or saying out loud the things that are frustrating you, I think is actually helping you to, okay, you let them out, you don't keep them inside of you. You can take this break and change your mindset and getting back to, okay, I've said it all out, now I can start fresh and have a positive mind. And yeah, this helps me, and I hope it might help you too. The last thing I want to say is seek for help when necessary. So basically, if you are in the need of a therapist or a doctor, like other specialists that are really helping you with, I don't know, depression or whatever you might have, please do seek for help. You're not supposed to deal with this on your own. If you cannot deal with it on your own, it's really suggested that you seek for help. So far, I haven't sought for help, but I have thought about maybe getting some personal coach or personal development mentor or something like that to help me with my ideas. And yeah, of course, I've also thought about therapists, and I don't think that's a bad idea, that there's a certain specialist who can really help you, and he's trained to help you. Okay, so we're at the end of this video. All I want to say is give it a like if you like this video to support me, or you subscribe and even put the notification. And of course, put in the comments below which things you're doing in your life to stay sane and productive. Maybe there's something I can learn from, or maybe you can share how is it going for you, and I would love to hear you out and maybe help you. Thank you everyone for watching. See you next time, and stay healthy and stay positive. And of course, stay sane. Bye! Oh hi! There are some other videos you can check out. Just explore my channel. I would appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.